I want to talk a little bit about True Sherm's psychology. And I think this relates to MGTOW as a whole, as a group, which I might expand on in a later video. But these are my observations about True Sherm's personality and his psychology. A while ago, I saw a video where he was complaining or laughing at people in LA who bought bulletproof cars. And I think what that was a service in LA where a shop would offer to bulletproof, expensive, high-end models of cars like BMWs, Mercedes, etc. And his argument for why this was stupid was that once you get out of the car, then you're no longer protected, right? Because you're outside of the car. The bulletproof car only protects you if you're inside the car. Which is kind of stupid. It's actually really stupid because, it's like saying buckets don't work because somebody could come along and tip the bucket over. Or it's like saying, faucets don't work because, sometimes you need to how are you going to wash your car with a faucet or something? It's like, it makes absolutely no sense. So to understand why this doesn't make sense, imagine that you're sitting in your car and it's not bulletproof. And some carjackers, you're stopped at a red light, right? Some carjackers jump out from behind a parked car next to you, and they point guns at your head, and they tell you to get out of the car. So what do you do in that situation? Now, if you're Bob Wallace, you think that you're Clint Eastwood or something, the man with no name. So you're going to shoot all 6 of them. Ba-boom, 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 right? But most people, if they have an IQ above room temperature, will know that, well, you have to comply with men holding guns. There's really nothing else for it. So you get out of your car and you get your car stolen from you, and you'll probably never see it back again. Now, contrast that scenario with the scenario where you're driving on the same street, but now you have a bulletproof car instead. And you already know where I'm going with this, right? So, yes, it is true that when you get out of the car, you're no longer protected. But usually when people do that, they're going to work. And usually work has security cameras. Maybe they have a security guard at the parking structure. So that's not really a big issue most of the time. But it sort of depends on where you choose to get out of your car. And you do have that choice, right? You have a choice of where you get out of your car. Okay, so yes, it's not perfect because nothing's perfect. Another thing a True Sherm said was that he was sitting in his car in a parking lot in broad daylight on a weekday, and he was pointing his camera phone out his window at another car. So he was leering inside the window of the other car, like looking inside, filming the inside of the car. And what are those things called, those anti-theft devices? What are they called? What's the actual name for it? I guess just a steering wheel lock. Oh, a club. What is the actual name of it? Well, you have a steering wheel club or a lock. This red car had a steering wheel club in, locking the steering wheel. And True Sherm was making fun of this because the car was a Honda Civic. And according to True Sherm, nobody who would want to steal that piece of shit car anyway, right? Honda Civics are targets for thieves. If imagine you're a car thief and you're, perusing a large parking lot, And, most modern cars have sophisticated anti-theft devices built in. Not Honda Civics. Honda Civics are routine for car theft, for car thieves to steal. Okay, an experienced car thief can steal a Honda Civic in 20 seconds. It's not even gone in 60 seconds. It's gone in 20 seconds. So people who own Honda Civics, which are great cars otherwise, usually try to install some kind of security device. Like they'll either update the locks on the door and the starting ignition mechanism. They'll update that with better technology, or the cheaper option is just to put a club on the steering wheel. And all those things work because makes it more difficult for thieves to take the car. So, what does this tell us about True Sherm's character? Well, to me, it tells me that he is he's bitter. He's very bitter about life. He's very envious. He has and he's prone to bouts of envy. So when he sees people with stuff, he gets jealous and he feels the need to virtue signal and online about how stupid other people are because they choose to be intelligent about their safety and about protecting their own possessions from criminals, right? So I think True Sherm should, focus on himself and his own life before he goes around shitting on people for basically just being responsible with their possessions, with their money, and with their lives and their families' lives and all that stuff. So that would be my advice.